welcome back. I'm Mabel Zhang. You're watching continuing coverage of the World Healthcare Congress here in Washington, D.C. We've had some great interviews all morning, and I'm so pleased that Praveen Chopra is here, who is Executive VP, Chief Information and Transformative Innovative Environment Officer at Thomas Jefferson University. That is really quite a mouthful. That's a big job.
It is a mouthful.
Yes, yes. Now, how do you define transformation, and then how do you define innovation?
So it's really interesting. So transformation, in my mind, has two aspects to it. First of all, it is about the mindset. People have to look at solving problems, not by doing the same thing again and again. Transformation is thinking, okay, this is a problem. How can we look at different industries, and how can we create a different mindset and bring people along to create something which was better than anyone has envisioned. Most of the time, transformation is not what you would have thought it is going to be. So when you look back and say, oh my God, I never thought this is what we created. And the innovation actually goes hand in hand with transformation. So innovation is about not only about creating new things, but trying to learn from different industries, from retail and manufacturing, and bringing that back to, say, healthcare. For example, one of the concepts you hear about is retailization of healthcare. Well, guess what? There are a lot of things that have happened in retail, and retail had to learn the hard way. How can you bring the same concept in now healthcare, whereby it's about convenience, it's about I want to have my care and education delivered to me where I am, maybe with an iPad, with my pajamas in my bed. So that's, to me, is important. And I think the most important thing that we actually forget is the human beings. How do you bring human beings from different aspects, different education, different backgrounds, to work together in solving a problem? And I think that is where I think the genesis of transformation starts.
So where do you see this headed? What more is there still to come when we're looking at innovations and technology, and like you said, not just building the Internet of Things and getting people engaged with that? What's the next step?
So to me, I think what we are doing at Jefferson, we cooked up this idea about, I call it the innovation-driven ecosystem. It is just like an ecosystem whereby there are a lot of individuals trying to change the DNA of how things would be done. I envision that we will create a new operating model, which is a new digital operating model, whereby within the organization there is no silos. You don't have technology working in one area and transformation is working in a different area and operation is working in a different area. So you have people working together and think about creating journeys. One of the things I think about is people now think about finance and they think about operations, they think about IT differently. How about get rid of that thing? Think about patient. Think about their journeys from finding that they have a need for a provider to the time they come to the hospital, they get discharged, and after the discharge they want a care. So what does that journey look like? And how do you actually really change the entire operating model? And how do you leverage technology to create that operating model very efficient, can also drive efficiency and productivity and stickiness? I believe that, I think, is a different way of looking at things. And you can bear all the new technology in a different way. So artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, harnessing big data to drive meaningful and actionable outcomes. I think that's what I see is coming, is down the pike.
Okay, and you to that end, you're creating a center for health insights management.
Yes.
Where did that idea come from, and what is it?
To me, I think idea came. There are three things that brought that idea together. Number one was we knew that data is a new natural resource, and we have to tap that natural resource. We also knew that we have to actually get the speed to value faster. So instead of just confining it to the four walls of the healthcare, how do we actually bring other entities together, whether it is a private company or consumers, into the entire game. So one idea was to how do we create data as a platform. And the second thing was how do we now expose the data in a kind of crowdsourcing model to start driving insights. And number three was how do we take the insights right from the education side in academic healthcare to the delivery at the bedside, whether it is quality or outcomes improvements, how do we do the entire thing? At the end of the day was, we believe that we can make healthcare smarter and better, and that is how the idea of the Center of Health Insights Management came to bear, and I think we're doing a lot of things, exciting things.
Yeah, great. Praveen, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate your comments.
Thank you so much, Mabel. Yeah.
And thank you for watching. Stay tuned, many more interviews to come. I'm Mabel Zhang.